About 30 seconds left on this 5-minute inside bar. Looking like it wants to go south. Okay, did not close inside, unfortunately, but still looking to go south. New 15 here in 5 minutes. Looking probably failed 2 down. Or sorry, failed 2 up. Going into a 2 down. All right, minute and a half left on this. That's probably what I'm waiting for. I'd really like to get in on the failed 2 up, 2 down. Is probably all I'm super interested in right now. Yes is an inside bar. Gold making a little pop now. Mag 7 kind of split. Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta all down. Microsoft big green. And Amazon is green right now. So just waiting for something to show itself. All right, as far as news goes this week, Fed Chair Powell speaks on Friday. Economic outlook at the Jackson Hole Symposium. That's going to probably be pretty big, but it's an all-day event. It says he speaks at 10. We've got Red Folder News Wednesday, which is just the meeting minutes. Thursday is unemployment, PMI. And then Jackson Hole starts on Thursday. All right, so really looking here under that purple line for an entry short, or at least to target that short. But it's not an instant sell as soon as that gets hit. Probably looking for a breakout retest. Got this short. Could even look at an actual strat entry on ES. It would be about a 10-point short. That's probably where I'm leaning most. I'm getting short 65, 25, 40 points. Just a feeler here. High risk or low risk, high reward. If this breaks out, it's going to be a high RR trade. I'm closing down 20. Half R. Don't like this 5-minute close. All right, still leaning short. Actually, would have almost gotten stopped on that 5. Oh no, just about half hour. Sell stop at 73, 20 points, 212 down. All right, canceling that sell stop. All right back above the 600s. Yes, outside bar. I'm grabbing this long 90.75. 10 points. I really like that entry. I know it's a little bit lower right now, but if this is going to crack these highs, again, low risk, high reward. If it cracks those highs, I mean, at least 10 points would be the next target, and then 30 points after. All right, I'm getting some SPY calls. 0.42 on the 557s. Double dipping. Could be waiting for the 2.5 minute mark for the next candle to go two up. Oil dropping like it's hot right now. I like that. See, 50-point stop would get me halfway up that two up. It'd need to be 70 points. Down about 2 points on ES. New 15 coming in. Two seconds. This is going to be a hold to 1R or minus 1R. All right, all out NQ or ES. Out of the 557s at 0.24. All right, getting some big candles now. Let's find something. Some opportunities are arising. All right, got the 3-2 on the 15 on both ES and NQ. CL dropping still. ES hitting a fair value gap on the 15. Thinking about going 50 points wide on NQ. It's very appealing to me. I'm grabbing it. 557.25, 50 points. Five five seven two five. The alert's wrong. Not that 25 cents matters, but just to be transparent. Eyeing the 470s here on the Qs. In 0.45. Look over here. Oh my. Microsoft leading that charge there. 3-2. Why am I top ticking right now? Got the half R on NQ and about to get stopped out. Stopped out break even NQ. Not quite convinced I want to get out of these queues, but they are sitting in drawdown. Averaging on queues. Gold rejecting its break of structure for value gap here. All right, cutting queues to 0.25. Right back into our 15-minute opening range. She is doing well today. Well, overall, not today. Today is just opening where we closed on Friday. It's almost at $5 a piece. That's kind of where I'm trying to get it for my next trim. Mm-hmm. Sure. Um, if you're gonna practice, I would do Top Step. Because you can, yeah, you can just pay for their cheapest eval, and then they'll give you a practice account on Top Step X. So you don't even have to trade the eval if you don't want to. But Yeah, just a practice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so um, that's a good place to start. Obviously, it's not a bad idea to just trade on an eval because it's pretty much the same as a practice, and I think you know enough to be profitable. And for most people, the problem is not the technical knowledge; it's the emotional aspect. So getting those reps, it might be better to just go on to straight onto an eval.
For
Um,
sure. Yeah, exactly.
but yeah, I would either do Top Step or my funded futures. Nothing against Apex, but those two are easiest to get payouts from, um, and they pay out quicker. Um, like there's no trade window for either. It's just 5 trading days, and then you can request a payout. You don't have to wait until the next trade window. And then obviously there's this 5 trading days of making profit and not 10 trading days, so you get paid twice as frequently as you would on Apex. But yeah, either one is good. My funded futures is they cap out payouts, but for most people that's not an issue. And then the big benefit is they don't have an activation fee. But obviously, I'm a huge proponent of Top Step as well. So either of those are good. I would say, Top Step is probably my where I would lean just because I'm in love with their Top Step X platform and especially the lockout feature. Um, so if you have if you have a feeling that you're up a good amount on the day and you're like, I should probably lock myself out so I don't hurt myself. You just hit that lockout button and then you're done. You can't unlock yourself out. And I've said this before. I think more frequently traders just need saved from themselves. They don't. They, a lot. There's probably a lot more profitable traders that are out there that just they need saved from themselves, and that's what Top Step X offers. So, and I think, between the 50, the 150, and or the 50, 100, and 150K evals, it's all about where you want your loss limit to be. What I would encourage most people is to go with the 50 and then work your way up if you need the extra daily limit. For me, I find that I put my personal daily loss limit lower than the 150 is anyway. So, I probably could have gotten away with the 50 or 100K because I don't really, if my account goes, let's say, minus 2,000 for the day, which is the daily loss limit for the 100K, I'm probably not going to go from minus 2,000 back to break even. But it is very probable that I go from minus 2,000 to minus one or minus 3,000. So for most people, it's probably best to start on the 50K and then try to get those 1-to-1 R days, not 1-to-1 R trades, but the days. So if you're willing to lose $500 or $1,000 on the day, then you probably should be trying to make 500 or 1,000 on the day, just to make those daily
Oh, I gotcha.
risk to reward.
So spade. Yeah.
Um,
To have a daily, because what's the profit target
on the 50K, it's 3,000, 6,000, or 9,000.
on? Okay. Okay.
And for me personally, I double my risk on the evals compared to funded. But for people who maybe they don't they don't want to spend more on evals than they might need to, then they would just do proper risk. $200 a trade, 250 a trade. Um, so and I'll also size into trades heavily on evals, where I don't do that on funded. But that's because I know I'm profitable on the back end, so it's kind of just a um, way to get more accounts quicker.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the whole goal is trade small until you get multiple accounts, right?
right. Yeah, and like I said, I think ultimately, like if somebody shows me that they're trading on a 150K account versus a 50K account, my mind doesn't really. I don't think they're making 3 times more than someone who was trading on a 50K account. Because it all comes down to that risk to reward, and everybody knows my rant about spreadsheet traders who claim to have like a 95% win rate, um and then they, that one trade blows their account, and then they have a 99% win rate and a blown account. That's my coined phrase there. So it's the same thing with the daily loss limit. Like if you have 10 days of making $200 and then that 11th day you lose 2,000, like congrats, you now have $0 in your account. So it's all about risk to reward at the end of the day. Man, how am I supposed to get in on this 15-2-2? See, a long-winded answer. Top Step or my funded futures? Probably Top Step.
Gotcha.
And that's nothing against my funded futures. It's just simply that lockout feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of those prop firms have
It's actually like a $2,000 account, right?
essentially, yeah.
So what would you just? I'm
Well,
guessing.
yeah. Oh, sorry, on 50K, yeah.
Yeah, on a 50K.
What were you saying?
You weren't do like minis risk on that.
No, I'd probably be micros, and then like on a 20-point trade, I'm probably doing five. And then if you really want to get dicey with it, you can add another five later.
Yeah.
But on um like the super wide stops, it's probably just three micros. It's all you can really afford. But that's plenty.
You're still going for a 40-point risk though, right?
Yeah, typically. So on like a 50K, I think that'd be two, no, three or four micros. I'm in gold 2539.8, and it is a 8.2 point stop loss. 22 rev.
Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to set up my charts. Look like yours a little bit, so I can start.
Yeah, they're on TopStep X. They have the trading view. So it would be to get the 4 buy. It's up here at the top right. Click that. Get the 4 buy. 8 there, right there. Right there.
Oh, are you on Top Step X right now?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
I still chart on trading view because like these indicators aren't in Top Step X. Getting caught up on YouTube. West Coast guy. Hi, Jesse. I never hear you talk about broad formations. Do you use them? I don't. I know of them. I just don't use them a ton. Maybe it's to my detriment, but yeah, I know what they are, obviously. But, for NQ, it'd be something like this. Oops. So pretty wide broadening formation. You could even tighten it up a little bit like that. But yeah, broadening formations are here. I'll say it like this. Here's a pop quiz for all the chats. A broadening formation is what on a higher time frame? What candle? While you're thinking, PFF, cost my funded futures, they do run promotions. You can also use my code Expo, or maybe I think it's Jesse for 5% off. J Will got it. A broadening formation is a 3-bar on a higher time frame. So let's go and find one just for fun here. So here's a 3-bar on Thursday, August 1st. If I drop down to the 15 and go all the way back to Thursday, August 1st. There's your broadening formation. Or you could even go here to here, there to there, etc. Then you can see broadening formations are essentially liquidity sweeps, resting liquidity on higher time frames. Interested in oil short after this 15 closes. Good job there, Jay Will, on the answer. I will probably pull stops up on gold pretty soon. Let's see what the 5 shows. Oh yeah, I can pull stops up. If this breaks the 2, for sure. If this breaks and goes 2 up, I'm actually going to pull it up. So stops break even on gold. This is a risk-free trade. Kind of a slow morning this morning with lack of movement in the NQ.
Have you taken any trades on NQ?
I have. I have gotten a loss and a half R loss, half R win, and a full R loss on ES. And that's it. And then a loss on Qs and a loss on SPY options. But those were
What you're using for your stop loss and take profit on each of those?
on
Like NQ,
for risk
Yeah.
for the risk in Top Step X.
Yeah, yeah, like in a eval account.
Yeah, it would be for starters. I would do 10% of your little more than 10%, so like 250 for risk, and then my automatic is set to 2R just in case it gets a crazy move up.
Yeah, okay, because like a big old.
Yeah, so I
You
go
just base it on whatever the price is of that underlying like gold and CL will have different.
right. Yeah, that's where you kind of gotta the more reps you get, you'll know
Yeah.
like you know for gold a $500 stop would be for 5 points would be 10 micros because it would be essentially a mini which moves $100 a point.
Yeah.
And then oil kind of um if I'm not sure how, like if I do like a 75 tick stop, then I'll probably piece in like a couple micros at a time until I get my up to my risk number. Like I'll go, I'll put on 2 micros and then have a super wide stop, and then I'll put my stop up to where it actually is supposed to be, and then I'll start adding more micros until I get to the dollar amount that I want to lose or risk, not lose.
Did you say 5 tick stop though on CL? Sounds really.
No, 75.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 5 ticks would be.
That's really tight.
Yeah, you're that's you better have a sniper entry there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is hard to trade. I want to take that 212 up on ES, but NQ is not wanting any piece of it. Gold just rejected off the tiniest fair value gap on the 5 minute. Just not the easiest price action to trade this morning, at least for me. And that's another big benefit of Top Step, and my funded futures now has it after I requested it. But the daily loss limit, if you go on tilt one day, not that I've gone on tilt today, but if you start compounding losses on a day, and the emotional side of you comes out, that daily loss limit stops you from losing the whole account, where Tops or Apex doesn't have that. So
Yeah, that didn't like fail any of the rules where you go like the daily loss limits on CFDs and Forexes
right,
don't fail the account.
correct, correct. It does not fail you.
That right? Okay, you didn't fail the account.
Yeah, it does not fail you. Yeah, with Forex it does fail you. That's been around for as long as the Forex firms have been around. The daily loss limit will fail you, which I've always hated, but I get it. Maybe it's another filter for them to get more disciplined traders, maybe, but for me, I'm not really afraid of hitting my DLL anymore. My DLL is usually right around 4 losses, and I'm not really early on in my prop firm journey. I was trying, like, if I hit the DLL mentally, it was a really bad day. And now it's like I've kind of shifted to, it's there for a reason. That's my risk for the day. And as long as I'm making more than I'm losing on the daily RR, like we talked about, then you know that's my risk. I said coming in that I was willing to risk $3,000, and if that gets hit, then that gets hit. As long as my daily average is over 3, then we're all good. On the 150K example here, stopped out of gold. Not the cleanest here. 15 more minutes of this till we get the London close. Yes. You dirty dog. It's just hard to want to trade ES when NQ is not really close to its high of the day. And the Mag 7's not really moving either. Still just sideways action. I'm willing to take this failed 2 down, 2 up on gold. It looks like it'll be about a 4-point stop. Not willing to really risk anything on NQ or ES yet. NQ's still in its daily range. I have a buy stop at 2542.7 for a 5-point stop. Actually, I can get a little more out of this. I'm gonna try for a 4-point stop. See where this amount of micros gets me. Okay, NQ now looking like it wants to break. 322 to the upside. I'm in long NQ 34, 40 points. And the 477 call is a 0.69. Qs. My sell limit for the half hour is set 54.50. .79 on Qs. Break even on NQ. There's 20 points hit NQ. 0.88 on Qs. Stop loss break even on NQ. See if we can break out here fully. No fill on gold. Canceling the order for now. All right, I'm going to switch over to looking at weekly swings since it is Monday. Stopped out of Q's break even, and Q's still going. Sitting right around 20 points profit on NQ still. I am going to start looking at the swings as soon as my data updates. My data is not updating. Let me reload. Got a 212 up here on the old NQ. There, now the scans are working. Okay. Let me throw this on another screen. Switch, change windows. Everybody should see Thinkorswim here. Let me switch the stream over. Alrighty. Good to go here now. Let me get rid of this volume. Edit studies. Nope. What is it? Just lower it. Alrighty. So these are weekly setups. So we got the 222. Nothing really here on Apple. Same on Microsoft. This might be one candle behind. Try this one here. One minute. This is, I think, scanning for 1 week behind.
What scan is this? Sorry, I blanked out. For a little bit.
My weekly scanner. I don't know what it's scanning here though.
Weekly?
Yeah, weekly.
And was that like a monthly outlook?
Yeah, right. Okay, Airbnb. Airbnb was a 2-1 on the week. Take a peek over here at NQ. It's about to hit its price target. 1R. Here, this might be easier. Yeah. All right. Let me switch back to Trading View. That'll be easier for people to see. Switch. 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 Okay. All right, getting real close. 74.50 is my 1 hour trim. 212 up there did pretty well. All right, get over to my swings here. Sucker. Lows. Very interesting. Failed 2 down last week. 212 up here. I think I was looking at this with this 3-2 last week because it was on my list. So I'm very interested in lows. Very interested. Go through my short list here. All these 2-2 reds worked out. Dang, Netflix. Just straight up 2-2-2s since middle of August. Nvidia doing really well. Visa, okay. Airbnb, like I said, interested in the really both sides of this, but I would be waiting for a daily trigger. But since it's Mondays, we're looking at the weeklies. Couple points away from NQ hitting. UNH is on the list here. 2-1, looking like a 2 up, maybe. Disney was a 2 down green. No, it wasn't. I'm just looking through the scanner for interesting candidates. Pepsi, maybe longs. Back over 174 on Pepsi, or sorry, specifically 174.72 on Pepsi would be longs. Google failed 2 up last week, but we already are 2 up this week. CME, probably too late on that one. PNC, I love the financial sector. That's going up. XLE Energy, that's up. 212 up. So let's look at some of the popular ones. Oxy, Oxy longs would be really early on the entry. This is a I like Oxy short or Oxy longs. See what Chevron's doing here. Chevron might be the safer bet with the 3-2, but both of those are interesting. CVX, Oxy, Airbnb. What were the other ones I've looked at? PNC, XLE. Okay. Daily hammer shooter. Airbnb or Adobe 212 up. Interesting. Very interesting. Check all my NQ. NQ filled. Okay. Continuing to look here. XLV, ADP. Okay. CrowdStrike 212. Cisco, Home Depot, both inside bars. Intel. No, thank you. Too cheap. MO. Maybe. Quite an extensive list here for a Monday. This is also including the weeklies, though. Coke weeklies. 212 up. No thanks. Oxy, Pepsi, UNH. We already went through that. Okay, nothing new there. 3-2. Baba was a 3-2. Now it's a 3-2-2. I'm thinking Baba maybe leaps. Costco. That might be it for the list. Yep. Okay. Pretty good list there going out in the swings channel right now. Stop loss break even is set on NQ. I'm actually going to pull it to 50 flat. Q. Okay. So NQ stop loss is pulled up. And that is it for today. Took us almost all morning session to break out, but I caught the breakout on options or one option trade and then futures. We have swings to watch for. And other than that, just a typical Monday. News coming out Wednesday and Thursday. And then obviously Fed Powell speaking on Friday. And that's it. So pretty typical week this week. So with that said, that's going to shut me down for the day. It's past 11, a little past 11.
Thanks, man, for all the information.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, Mario.
More active.
Yeah. Happy to help you anytime, man.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty. I love y'all. I will see you here tomorrow. If you're going to keep trading, use stop losses. Don't blow your account one trade. That's silly. Stop loss on NQ set at 19,650. And going to let it either hit that or ride for a little bit.